Okay then, no problem. See, maybe you have seen or haven't seen, I don't know. I think these are the things what we have in our homes. We'll have generally two buttons. One button is to start the pump, one button is to stop the pump. Is the things are there? If you the same in your home, you see. So what I'm saying that, so whatever the switch is there in our home, example we have a switch in our home that when you switch on that a light will on. The same way with this DOL starter, I mean with this pump board, switch on pump by using green button. Now both the pump and light is in running condition, I mean both are in on condition. Now do a thing that go to the main MCB, switch off power supply to your total home. You will have a main MCB, okay, in your entrance like below to the meter, I mean energy meter, you will have a board that which is giving main supply to your home. Now when the light and the pump is in running condition, now you please switch off the main MCB. So now what happens, everything will get back to off condition. Whatever appliances there in our home, everything will turn back to off condition. Again you please turn on that MCB. Now check whether light is in on condition or not. Usually light will be in on condition. And also check whether the pump is in on condition or not. Pump will not be in on condition. Again if you want to switch, if you want to on it, you have to switch on the button. That is the more advantage with the DOL starter, which is generally used in the industry. Why? Because even in the power failure, all the outputs will be in off condition. Whenever the power comes, okay, at that time in industry, all the applications will be getting on only whenever the operator gives the, I mean whenever the operator operates, then only it will get back to high condition. Until unless it will be in zero, I mean it will be in low condition. I think you got my point. So generally they will use DOL starters and these type of logics. Why? Because whenever there is a power failure, output will becomes too low. Whenever the power comes, the machine should not on until unless the operator is there near to it, and until unless the operator gives the operate command again to run. So that is the main purpose they were using this DOL starter, because not to face any accidents. If suppose if he was using a normal switch, what we are using in the homes, we can use same switch in the industry. But if I'm using same switch, what happens? I'll switch on my machine will run. At the time there is a power failure. Okay, assume like that I have hundreds of machines are there. I am owning all the machines like randomly 50 machines, it was in a running condition. Now there is a power failure. Okay, whenever like again the power came, and like be in the situation. So whenever there is a power failure, what I will do, I will switch off all the switches and I will go back to my home. But assume it happened around in 1 year, sometimes it happened around 10 to 20 times, same issues is coming. One day as a operator, I forgot to switch off the switch because there is a power failure. So all the machines are in off condition. I thought that machines are already not running, so I forgot to switch off the switch and I went away. Now whenever I went back to my home, now the power came to the industry. Now what happens to the machines? All the machines will run without an operator. and with there is no operator there, and operator is not saying to run, but the machine will run. Assume there is a conveyor belt with a lot of a coal. What happens? All the coal which is in the conveyor belt, it will be staggered somewhere. Now assume there is a crusher, it will crush the objects. Whether the objects are there or not doesn't take it. Assume it is a power plant, temperature will raise, heaters will on and temperature will raise. So that's why they are using this type of logic, that whenever there is a power failure, again the power comes, machine should not run until unless again the operator gives the command. Right? Same thing we will try with the PLC also. Till now we have written a program for a single switch, as we are doing in the home. In our home applications, what we are doing, we are using a single switches. We will switch on it, output will on, right? Now I am writing a program, please observe that. Then I'll give you more information regarding that. Now I am moving to BitLogic operations. I am taking two instructions. One is called set, one is reset. It's very simple guys, just doesn't take much time to understand, don't worry. Now what I have done, just observe this. I have taken one switch, one NVO, one set, one more NVO, one more reset. Okay, now go to PLC tags. Now I'm creating the tag as per you. Start, that green button, right? As per your identification guys. And the address should be input, and that should be given like this. We have to select I 0.1. I 0.1 is start green button. Now I have to give it stop. What is this? Red. I 0.2. Now output is pump. So address should be given again here. Select Q 0.1 because already Q 0.0 is used here. Is it right? Now go to main OP. So here start. So whenever you click on this start button, what should happen? Pump should on. So give pump. So what is this line indicates? When you click on this green button, now pump will become high. Now just see this stop red button. So whenever you click this button, again same pump should be 0. So it should be reset. Just see the program guys. When I click on start button, pump will on. When I stop, again same pump will off. Now download this program to the virtual PLC which is already opened by us. Now I am opening the PLC simulation table. So this is our PLC simulation table, right? Now what I'm doing, I want to arrange these things. I'm arranging by using window. Already I told you yesterday, right? Split editor space vertically. So I'll get a program on the left side. So I'll arrange my simulation on the right side. So both the things you can see simultaneously at the same time. Now what I have to do, I have to create some projects, right? What I have to give the addresses. First one is start. Already it is there. Next one is stop. Next one is pump. Observe these things, guys. Now start button is an off condition. So when I'm clicking on this, see, when start button is high, pump is high, right? When stop button is high, pump is off. When stop button is high, pump is off. But why they have to use two buttons? I am not calling these names with the switch. I am calling button. Button means you will press. When you are pressing it, then it will become high. When you remove the hand, the button will come back to again 0, right? I mean it will off. If you see that example, same thing happens here. When I'm clicking on start button, output is high. Again I will remove the button, but still output is in high condition. See, the logic is helping in such a way that it doesn't need on button continuously to be in one condition. It requires a small pulse. Whenever you give the pulse, output will become high. If you remove the on button pulse also, still the output will be high. Same thing happens with the stop button. When you give the pulse, automatically it will stop. Is that same thing, right? See, whenever you want to on your pump, you are not going to there and you are, I mean, after going to that dual starter, I mean, to the pump board, panel board, there when you are clicking on green button, you are not continuously switching and pressing it and you are standing there. You are pressing and coming back. At the time, button is also coming back, right? So the same thing happens here. When you click on the start button, signal will come, output will become high. Again, when you remove this, still output will be in high state. So that is the control wiring they have done inside that. Total wiring we are calling with simple name called DOL starter, direct online starter. Okay, and because with help of this DOL starter, what advantages we have is, even there is a power failure, okay, again the power comes, the machine will not start automatically until unless operator comes and gives the command. So everything will be under our control. So it doesn't leads to accidents. Okay, that is the difference between switches and these boards. So even in our homes, pump is the critical item. Okay, so if I'm using normal switch, what happens? So I have switched on my pump with normal switch. There is a power failure. I forgot to switch off it. I went back to some office. I closed my home, right? So after that the power came. So pump will start automatically. Then what happens? It leads to accidents, short circuit. I mean the water will be filled in our total home and it leads to shock, total fire accidents like that. So such situations should not be created. That's why when there is a power failure, what they were doing, they were making it off automatically. So this logic helps you in this way. So today we have learned about DOL starter and a normal switch operation.